Now, the most popular one that I think most people want to know about, and I'm sure you saw it coming,
Yeah.
peptides. Okay.
Man, that's in Miami especially. That's hot.
This is everybody and their mom asking about this, and then when I'm with you, you and I are casually hanging out.
All the time.
We casually, just for those who don't know, we are buddies. We hang out in Miami, and I mean, literally everywhere we go, people will be asking about peptides, like everywhere. So, give me the breakdown on peptides. Like, give me what a peptide is, and then like why they're coming on so hot right now. You know?
Yeah. And it's funny too, because Miami especially, right? Because they have clinics all over the country.
Yes.
And, yes, it's hot everywhere. It's definitely picking up traction.
Mm-hmm.
But Miami specifically, I mean, I guess because it's a lot of anti-aging, a lot of wellness, a lot of people trying to get ahead of things.
Yes.
But essentially what peptides are is they're amino acids. Okay, they're amino acids. They're short amino acids which is what makes up proteins.
Yeah.
Okay, their job is to actually they're to send signals out to the different receptors.
Right.
Okay, to do different type of functions of the body. Everybody has receptors for literally everything in your body. Like there's thousands of them, right? Thousands of different functions, right? And over time, actually after 21 years old, your receptors get less functional and they don't work as well, right? So what we do is you take the peptide, you inject them, or they have some that are oral, but most of the time injectable or better. And there's different ones that will actually hit different receptors. So it just says, hey, work how you used to work. Send this signal, peptide, send this signal to the receptor so that it actually does the function that the body did like it was 21, like it was 18.
Right.
But you're able to accomplish that at a much older age.
Gotcha.
So it's biohacking. It's the future of medicine along with stem cells.
Okay, cool. So in essence, and how many peptides? There's just thousands of them, right? Like they're just, because it seems like everybody's got a number online. Like even you, when I'm hanging out, you're like BBC 66. Like you just list them off.
It sounds like codes, right?
Exactly. It sounds like a bunch of codes that you're spitting out, and then some get stacked, some don't. So like, what is it with them? Like how many are there? Like are you finding them? Like how do y'all?
Yeah. So the labs find them, right?
Okay.
So there's over 1,000 right now, and they're growing, right? As we get more and more research and everything, there is more and more every day. They're finding new stuff because ultimately there's different body functions that we still have to figure out the receptors to. So essentially, how it works is there's different types and all of these different numbers that you always hear me talk about, like BPC 157. That's a hot one that people hear of a lot. They do different body functions, right? Like for instance, that one, along with TB 500, those work really well with blood flow and actually tissue repair, like cartilage regeneration, things like that. Right. But then look, if that's not the right one for somebody who wants to work on a different type of issue, right? Maybe work on their hair, maybe work on their skin. Now I can help with that as well, but there's better ones, right? Or maybe you do a combination of them. So there's just so many different things. Anytime I talk to a patient, it's like, all right, what are your goals? I got to get a health history, make sure everything's kosher, right? And then from there, it's like, all right, what do you want to accomplish? Because we can be really, really detailed on what we're targeting, right?
Yes.
So that's a big thing. It's not just a one thing. You can't just take one peptide and it fixes everything. No. This one will help a lot with this. It's not going to do anything for this other issue. So you got to know which ones to take and how to take them and how often to take them and when to stop taking them. Because you get to a point where the receptors, like I was talking about earlier, you're stimulating the receptors to do the response like you're younger. Well, at a point when you're doing them, your receptors can become fatigued if you don't do them correctly, right? So then if they become fatigued, then you're getting a dampening response. It's not working. You're throwing your money away, essentially, right? You're not getting the results you used to. So you have to know how to go on and off them and switch and really maximize all the different areas.
This is the last question for the intros, and I'm tossing this card, but it's going to be more on the importance of patient-specific treatments.
Okay.
So and how that pertains to you when somebody does come in, like versus does everybody get the same thing? You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all.
So what is it when somebody comes in? You have to do blood work, and then
Yeah. A lot of them you have to do blood work. You always want blood work to have a baseline for everything, right? Because you need to know some people react better to some things than others, and some people might need something else. So if somebody's reacting well, then great, let's keep them there until we need to switch. Or if they're not reacting well, okay, well this isn't the best. Let's rotate, right? You get the information. It's all about information.
Yeah.
You have to, that's like we say with people taking like vitamins, right? Vitamins are great, right? But look, B12, B6, all these different vitamins. Yeah, they're fantastic if you need them. If you don't need them, you're just kind of taking them for no reason, right? So get the information to know if you need them, right? Nowadays, they have all these at-home tests too that we refer to and everything. So we make it really easy. But essentially, I guess going back to your question is, it depends on the goals. Everything's specialized completely. Nowadays they have like the Hollywood stack, right? That's the one. It kind of speaks for itself, right?
Exactly.
You want to look good, feel good, vitality, energy, everything.
Let's talk about that though. Tell me, because now I'm through the intro. Let's talk into it. Let's go into the different stacks now. Let's transfer right into it, okay? So you've told me about the Hollywood stack, right? And this is going to be the one that is going to maximize, I guess, appearance.
Exactly.
I'm guessing.
Appearance.
Let's go through it. Like, take me through a Hollywood stack.
Okay. So first off, before I go into peptides, I'll tell you like what we're trying to accomplish with the Hollywood stack.
Let's start
right?
there.
So for people, which I think everybody who watches this is going to say, yeah, I want that, right? But okay, more muscle, less fat, so losing weight, right? Better skin, better hair, better energy, right? Better overall vitality.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it in a nutshell.
Just better.
Just a better you.
We're just gonna make you better.
Better flexibility. Better. Get rid of rigidity in your joints. Better joints.
Yeah.
Literally stopping the aging process.
Right.
I mean, that's what it is because Hollywood's Hollywood. You got to be in movies, right? So, what are common ones that we do that with, right? So there's different ones, right? There's growth hormone stimulating ones. One of them is called CJC 1295 with ipamorelin. Okay. Essentially what that does, that's a peptide. So essentially what it does, it stimulates that signal in the pituitary gland to actually produce more growth hormone and then actually release it throughout the body, right? Usually 2 to 3x is the amount you have. Again, you got to see where you're at in the beginning. But, most people, what it does is essentially it helps with anti-aging, muscle growth, weight loss, and then basically joint rejuvenation, right? So human growth hormone done correctly is actually that is like the mecca, right? It gets a bad rap a lot of times, especially
sports.
It's scary. It sounds scary to people because if you abuse it, it's like everything else. You abuse it, it's really bad.
Yeah, and let's shift into that topic then, since we're already there, because I'm gonna let the conversation kind of float in the direction it's going, because it's going there. Because I know most men are watching right now. They're going, okay, peptides versus steroids, or let's say TRT, right? Do you think there's this day where peptides advance and they actually replace steroids completely, or TRT or HGH treatments?
No, they work differently. So HGH or TRT, right. those are hormones, right? Gotcha. So they override the system in your body it makes it happen no matter what, right? What a peptide does is it just gives your body the material to do it itself, right? Okay. So they work individually, independently. For somebody who needs TRT and peptides is amazing. Both of them together. They're not, and of course done smart, right? We're not talking about blasting 800 milligrams a week of testosterone. Yeah. Just like I said before, testosterone, like with HGH, testosterone's amazing if it's done right and if it's necessary. If it's not, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think that's the big thing for men who definitely are listening and who may see this clip, right? Because obviously they're going to do their best to say, oh, well, he's peddling HGH or TRT, right? But it's not about that. It's like, hey, we are taking blood work. We're doing it by the book, and then we're implementing it where it's needed, right?
100%.
So that's the difference, right, in your mind.
Yeah, and if it's not needed, it's not needed. But guess what? It's going to be needed probably sometime in your life. So you need to be aware of these different things and then get your blood work done regularly so then you can say, hey, there has been a drop in my testosterone or my IGF-1 levels. That's how you basically test HGH,
Gotcha.
Your IGF-1. Because look, like I said, I mean, too much of anything, too little of anything is not good, right? Too much water is not good. Too little water is not good.